8.2 is multiplying a polynomial by a monomial. Focused learning target is I can multiply a polynomial by a monomial, and I can solve equations involving the products of monomials and polynomials. So the first practice problems are to use distributive property to multiply a polynomial by a monomial. In this case, our monomial is 5a squared, 5 times a squared. And we are going to distribute that to our polynomial in the parentheses, -4 times a squared plus 2 times a minus 7. So we're going to treat this monomial as if it's a constant, and we're going to multiply it times each term. We're going to distribute it out to each term. Okay. So what are we going to get? We're going to get 4a squared times -4a squared. What do we need to do to evaluate this? We multiply the coefficients first. So it'd be 5 times -4 is going to be -20. And then we multiply the variables. So we have a squared times a squared. And if we remember our power rules, it's going to be a, and we're going to add the exponents. So it's going to be 2 plus 2 to the 4. All right. So now we're going to move on to the next operation. It's going to be 5a squared times 2a. And so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply the coefficients. So 5 plus times 2 is going to be 10. And then a squared times a to the 1 power is going to be a to the 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. Right. And then we move on to the last one, and the last one does not have an a in it, so we are going to just multiply the 5 times the -7. So we'll get -35a squared, and that is our final answer. Let's go ahead and try it again over here. So we have -6d to the 3 times this polynomial, and we're going to do the same thing, right? So we go ahead and multiply the coefficients first. So -6 times +3 is going to be -18. And then we're going to have d to the 3 times d to the 4. So it's going to be d to the 3 plus 4. We'll do the same thing with the next two terms. It's going to be -6 times -2 is going to be +12, so plus 12, and then it's going to be d to the 3 plus 3, so d to the 3 plus 3. And let's see if we have enough room here. The next one is -6 times a -d, and here this term does not have a coefficient, and when it doesn't have a coefficient, the coefficient is 1. So this is -6 times -1. And so the signs are the same. So our answer is going to become positive. +6 times 1 is going to be 6. So plus 6. And then we multiply the d's. D to the 3 times d to the 1 is going to be d to the 3 plus 1. And then lastly, we have our -6 times our +9 is going to be -54. -54d to the 3. And so let's go ahead and rewrite this out. I'm going to put my equal sign over here. And our first one is going to be -18 d to the 7. The next one is going to be plus 12d to the 6th power. And the next term is going to be plus 6d to the 4th power. And then we're going to minus 54d to the 3rd power. And this is our final answer here, so I'll put a box around it. And we are done.